up, guys, and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. I'm excited to be back. Absolutely loving this series. Thank you guys for all the support. And this right here is what we're looking for. This is the vehicle that we want to work on today. This is a 2008 Nissan GTR, I believe. They just added in the Nissan DLC a few days ago, and we're here in the showroom. I believe they want like $240,000 for this thing. How much do they want? $237,000. Absolutely not. There is zero chance we're going to be doing that, but I at least wanted to come in here and take a look at it just to kind of hopefully give us the right idea. Let's return to our garage and check our orders, see if there's any in the lineup. They're rare, but it does happen. There's no way. There is no way that actually worked. Let me accept this. Loud when accelerating. It's got a list provided of things that we're gonna have to fix. I cannot believe that just worked. We just willed that into existence. Dude, I have played this game for like an hour and a half, just grinding, looking for the GTR. It was mainly in my last play session, last episode. Never saw it. Never once saw it, and now we get it as soon as we go to the dealership. That's pretty hype, dude. Look at this thing. Look at this beauty. I'm sure most of you guys know, but for those that don't, I've actually got one of these bad boys in my garage. It's an all white one, 2015, white exterior and interior. Absolutely love it. And yeah, I'm excited to see what we can do with this here. So first of all, let's take care of this beauty. Actually, I was gonna wash it up, but I say we fix it first and then wash it to make sure she's ready to go home. So we're gonna go ahead and move this inside to bay number 2. That's what I'm talking about. We've got a Talon over there on bay 1 that we're working on. It's actually a pretty serious engine rebuild, so that's going to be kind of fun. You guys may remember this Camaro from our last episode, so occasionally you'll have like a story mission up at the top that you have to take. Let me look through, see if we have anything good here. Nothing really too exciting, but yeah, it was taking up a slot, so I accepted it and I moved it over into this parking spot. The problem is we don't have the ability to be able to fix this yet, and this is something where we've got to keep expanding our shop and our services. So it wants us to fix the front bumper. We don't have the option to do that yet. I think potentially we might be able to go to like the junkyard and pull a bumper off of another car. Probably not going to try to do that. What I want to do is eventually expand our garage. So this is the next upgrade we want. Expand the back end of your garage, allows for further development of your workspace. And then after that, we're going to be able to get the body repair station to be able to fix up body panels and stuff. And then I also really want this to fix mechanical parts. So both of those are going to be pretty important. But you guys can see it's pretty expensive. We need this first, plus another $2,500 there. So $12,500. We won't even have that yet. Let's focus on the tasks at hand. So let me see what we've got going on with this. What do you need here? You want a rear muffler for the GTR. That's it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing up on the list. Let's go over here. We're gonna look at the main shop. We're gonna look at the mufflers for the GTR, rear muffler GTR. All right, 637 credits. Let me go ahead and buy that. Put this thing up all the way, and we should just be able to put a brand new muffler on there, nice and rusted out, huh? Let me go and remove this guy. Should be easy enough. Dang, I was hoping to have to get into the engine and stuff. That would have been nice. All right, brand new muffler on there, and technically she's good to go, but we're not gonna let her go yet. So let me go in and sell this muffler. Obviously not gonna need that. I'm gonna sell these as well. I mean, let's just delve into the engine real quick. I'm hoping we can get another one here. Please give me another GTR. We'll see what happens. They are very few and far between. But I want to take a look at this beauty. 6-cylinder twin turbo. Oh my goodness, dude! Look at that turbo down there. Ugh. On each side, it's just absolutely beautiful. I mean, I've never worked on my GTR. Obviously, I mean. I'm not much of a mechanic myself. I haven't even like changed the oil on it. I probably could if I wanted to. I just like taking it into Nissan, letting them look over it. They have like special technicians that are specifically trained for GTRs. Like you can't even take it in on a random day. You've got to make sure that I think there's like 2 guys at my local Nissan dealership that are like allowed to work on them. So I'd rather let somebody take care of my baby when they really know what's going on and what to look for. I'm just appreciating this baby. Eventually we're gonna have a job where we're really gonna have to fix this thing up, but obviously right now is not that time. I'm trying to see them pistons. Show me your pistons. Where are you at? Ooh, look at those things. Yes, sir. 545 horsepower coming out of this thing. I'm not sure what it was in 2008, but I know in 2015 it's 545. So anyway, let's stop messing around. We're gonna get back to work. We're gonna put this cover back on. However, we may end up trying something a little special, a little different, if you know what I mean. So let's actually, before we take it to the car wash, I'm gonna take this thing out to the racetrack. Not a big deal, you know. I just want to make sure the customer's car is good to go. I know it was just a muffler; it was just feeling a little bit loud, but I want to make sure everything's good. So let's take this thing around the racetrack and see what kind of trouble we can get into. Oh, she sounds fantastic. That's not at all what a GTR sounds like, but I'll take it. Okay. Going a little fast. Got to watch out for these corners. Let's go. So there's this racetrack, I believe, is just kind of for fun. I don't think this serves any purpose. There's also a test track you can take vehicles on, and that's like when somebody comes in and says, "Oh shoot, I thought we were taking a right there. We're taking a left. Oh, we're good. Oh, we're good. No issues. We are good to go." But yeah, when somebody comes in, they're like, "Hey, the steering feels off," and they don't have a list of anything that's wrong. We can take it to that test track, and that's going to help us determine what's going on with the vehicle. So that was close there. Looks like we got a right coming up here. I wish we had like a layout of the track somewhere, like an overhead view. I'm actually, you know, it'll buff. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna move this over to the car wash here. Let me just do a little exterior car wash action. Just go ahead and suds her up. We're just gonna pretend like nothing ever happened there. Oh, she's just so beautiful. I'm gonna hit the interior for you as well. Just make sure everything smells nice. I'll go ahead and move it back out front for you too, and you're good to go. Thank you for visiting T. Martin's Auto Repair. I apologize. Okay, we're gonna take $1,000 for that. So this is our Talon. Let me see what we've got going on here. It wanted us to fix calipers and brakes and stuff. I already did all that because it's kind of boring. Looks like we've got a full list of things it wants us to fix here. Actually, one thing we probably should have done on the GTR is this as well. I like to go through, run all of our tests, get all the extra XP. Those of you guys who have played this before, let me know, is this even worth it? I mean, doing a job itself gives you a nice bonus of XP, but I feel like if it's here, we might as well be taking advantage of it. So I'm going to run through all these tests here. All right, so we're all going to go there. I'm going to, I mean, let's just take a look at the list that they gave us. I'm going to go down. I'm going to start every single thing. Holy cow. We are going to have to completely tear this engine apart. This is all like interior stuff, like very serious interior stuff. So I mean, let's just go ahead and get to work. We're gonna have to start pulling things off immediately and start uncovering this thing. Here we go. Truly, totally just rusted out. Even some of the tests we ran, like the results weren't good. Like this thing is not in good shape. Like yes, we're gonna make it a little bit better for you, but it's not gonna get all that much better, my guy. It's kind of in a bit of a pickle here. So we're gonna have to get in. We're gonna have to take all these belts off, dude. This is serious. Crankshaft pulley. I'm gonna have to take the belt tensioner off first. Then we're going to take this serpentine belt off. Then we're going to be able to take the pulley off. Then we're going to have to take the idle rollers off. Shout out your boy. I know what an idle roller is now. I never used to know what that is. But yeah, we're going to have to get through all of this. Did not drain the fluid. It's going to cost us 50 credits. I just don't even care. Are we going to have to take the power steering off? I don't think so. Let's take the idle roller off. We're going to have to take this timing cover off to be able to get to the camshaft. Dude, these are starting to get pretty insane. Starting to get pretty exciting. So now we should be able to take the timing belt off. Then we're going to be able to take the cam gear off, and that's going to allow us to get to this camshaft, baby. Imagine we're going to have to take the second camshaft off. Is that going to allow us to remove... We're going to have to take the exhaust manifold off. I mean, we've got to completely strip this thing down. We're going to take the... Wow. Okay. I hope we're going the right direction on this. I think we are. I think we got to go top down instead of bottom up. But We'll see. I mean, this whole thing, that's going to be accessible from under the car. Now we're going to have to take the throttle, the intake manifold. Dude, this is outrageous. Let me take the intake manifold out. Dude, there's so many screws that... Come on, man. I mean, at least we should get paid well from this. I think one of the things that's really starting to limit us is the money. Now, obviously, we're going to start adding in new parts to or new pieces to the garage, and we're going to be able to start, you know, doing more for our customers, which is going to be helpful. But we just really we need more money. Eventually, I want to be able to, you know, buy our own cars, fix them up, sell them. I think that might be our next step. Maybe next episode we'll go to the junkyard. And we'll see if we can, you know, buy a vehicle, take it back home, wash it, fix it up, and then sell it and see what kind of a profit we can turn. I think eventually moves like that might be worth more than our you know, mechanic business. Flipping cars rather than just fixing them. So I'm learning here, power steering pump. Can I drain this? I can't drain that. Okay, I wanted to make sure if we take this off, I don't want to have any fines. All right, we're good. I'm just here so I don't get fined. We're going to have to take our alternator off. We're going to have to take the whole freaking block apart here. Alternator's coming off. Engine block still cannot come off. It's being blocked by something. Looks like the oil filter. We're going to have to put this thing up. Dude, this is outrageous. This is... by far the biggest order we've ever done. Let me see what we've got going on. Another GTR. Yes, please. Let me take it. What you got wrong with you? Ooh, I like that color. Mint green. Let me see here. Wheel hub bearing. And then we've also... Okay, so we're actually going to be able to do at least a little bit of work on this thing. It's not the most exciting thing in the world, but we are going to be able to do a little bit. Did I see we had an R34 in here? No, we've got a Lancer in here. Engine oil and filter. Other tasks, knocking noises. Oof. I think I'm going to cancel on that. We might need to take the oil pan off. If you want me to be completely honest, I'm not sure. I already put fresh... Oop, I don't want that. I already put fresh oil in it, so I'm kind of upset. So I mean, we'll make money on this no matter what, because it's such a big job. But, like, I just wish we could have been smarter about it. Okay, so we're going to come in here. We're going to take the oil pan off. I think this is going to let us reach where we're trying to reach. I really hope so. We're going to have to take, like, the rod caps. Oh, God, dude. What in the world? I'm going to take all these rod caps off, and I think that might allow us to pull the pistons out from up top. I imagine these things are probably keeping the pistons in place on that camshaft side. I mean, to be honest, I hope we're doing this right. I do genuinely feel like I'm learning a lot, though. Like, there's no joke about that. So we got that. I don't think we're going to be able to take the crankshaft out yet. I think we're going to have to access the engine block now. So now we should be able to pull all the pistons out, and then we should be able to pull the engine block off, is what I'm kind of hoping. Piston with Concord, yep. So we had to take those off first. Now we're going to be able to pull all those out. Now we're going to be able to put this thing back up on the lift, and we should be able to pull the crankshaft. Crankshaft bearing cap. So the crankshaft bearing caps are holding the crankshaft in place. Okay, I see what we're working with here. So now we should be able to pull the crankshaft out, now that those are gone. I'm wondering if we have to take the gearbox off. I'm thinking... I can't figure out why we can't pull it out. I think the gearbox might be the issue here. So we're going to have to take the starter off here. If we take the starter off, we should be able to take the gearbox off. If we take the gearbox off, we should have access to the crankshaft. Let's go through here. Gonna have to take the front drive shaft off, which means we're gonna have to take the tire off. Oh my goodness, dude, this is the most outrageous job that we've had to do. This is stressing me out. Okay, so both tires are off. Now we're gonna be able to take the front drive axles off. Beautiful. Or not both tires, both wheels, I mean. Use our correct terminology here, since we are a mechanic after all. So we're gonna be able to remove that, and then that's gonna allow us to be able to get to the front drive shaft. We're gonna be able to pull that apart. Now we're gonna be able to take the gearbox off, and if this doesn't lead us to being able to pull the crankshaft out, I'm going to be upset. But it makes sense that the crankshaft would be attached to the gearbox, yes. We're going to have to take the clutch release off. We're going to have to take the pressure plate off. We're going to have to take the, you know, clutch entirely apart. And then, because the crankshaft is attached to the clutch, and the clutch is attached to the you know, flux capacitor and that whole thing. Take the flywheel off. Now we're going to be able to take the crankshaft out. I'm going to add this. We're going to sell it. Clutch pressure plate. Did it want us to fix that? It didn't even want us to fix those. I need to make sure that we're really, you know, kind of replacing the things that matter. I'm going to add the bearing cap. Anything that's in the red, we're obviously going to need. Water pump, camshaft. Okay, engine head cover at 22 they're going to need. Did it want a timing cover? Timing cover it's going to need. Okay, let me check our inventory here. We're going to add the timing cover. Ignition coil, at least one. I'm going to add that to our shopping list. Ignition coil was on there. 2 piston rings. Where are piston rings at? Yeah, we're going to need to add 2 of these. Do we not need a new oil filter? Change engine oil and filter. Yeah, we're gonna have to add a new oil filter as well. So that's gonna be another thing. Let me sell that, add this, sell that, bam. Okay, we've got quite the shopping list, but we've got $11,000 to be able to do it. So let me go through and try to get everything we can. So we're gonna get the crankshaft. We're gonna get the crankshaft bearing cap. We're gonna get the water pump. We're going to have to put all of this stuff back on, and it is stressing me out. New engine head cover, that's expensive. New timing cover. Luckily, we have enough money. We aren't going to have to worry about running out. We need, how many piston rings? 2 of those. Get a second one. Front exhaust section, only 60 bucks. Oil filter is going to be 25. And then we're going to go over to the electronic shop to be able to get this ignition coil. And I think we should be good to go. Spend a couple $1,000s in parts there, but we should start being able to put this thing back together. And let's start with the basics. We're going to go with the crankshaft. We're going to make sure we do this in order. Do it nice or do it twice, baby. You gotta make sure everything's going on exactly as it should. Get our clutch pressure plate and everything back on there. But yeah, put this thing together piece by piece, and we should be good to go. I mean, this is... just a couple episodes ago, there's no way I could have ever actually, you know, handled this. So that the fact that we got it done accurately, and it appears that it might be going well for us. This is blowing my mind. Absolutely. Gonna throw an oil filter on there. We need to put all we're gonna have to lower it, put the pistons back in, and then put all the little caps and things back on. So let's, I mean, I guess we probably could do this side now. We're gonna do the drive shaft. Be able to put the axles on there, and then put our wheels and tires back on. Put the axle on this side, and then we're going to be able to put this one back on as well. Dude, this is genuinely one of the most satisfying games I've ever played. Like just working through it, working through a problem, trying to do everything in the right way. It's fantastic. So we're going to lower this. We're going to put our pistons and piston rings back in. Then from there, we're going to be able to put all the little, like, fasteners on the bottom side. I had no clue this is how engines worked, to be honest. I mean, I do basically, but, like, I never knew about the little fasteners and stuff. Put the steering pump back on there. Let's come back here. We're going to have to remember to put oil and stuff in it. We're going to be fine. Let's focus on the bottom of the car first. We are getting there. So I'm going to go back. Let's go ahead and add. We're going to add these rod caps here. These things are so annoying. The screws are so long. They take forever. There's only 2 of them. I feel like it should be a nice, quick situation, but it doesn't. Those aren't bad. The crankshaft fasteners or whatever, but the rod caps here, what take a while. Final one's going to be going in there. Beautiful. Now we're going to be able to put the oil pan back on. Nicely done. All right, so we've got that. Then we're going to be able to put the exhaust section back on, and I think that's going to be it for the bottom of the car. I guess, I mean, can we access this stuff up here? It's probably going to want, yeah, it's going to want to go through the engine bay. Okay, nice. So I think that's the last time she's going up high on the lift. Let me go ahead and lift you. We're going to need you up as well. So going to get to you here in a minute. So now we're going to come back here. Let's go back to adding pieces. We're going to add our alternator down here. Get a better angle if we can. Let's keep adding pieces. I mean, I guess the head's gonna have to go back on first. Then we gotta start putting all the little pulleys and stuff back. Dude, these are big screws. Big bolts. It's a bolt, right? Pretty sure it's a, yeah, it's a bolt. Tighten the bolt down to the bottom there. Kind of a screw, but not really. Screws and bolts are different. So we're gonna put the camshafts back in here. Camshaft there as well. Gonna put the gears back on. Beautiful. Gonna put the fuel rail back in. Gonna put the cover back on. There's a brand new cover. Brand spanking new. This is the most expensive part of the entire thing. Just a piece of metal. That's interesting. Gonna be able to put the intake manifold back on. This thing isn't in the best shape, but they didn't ask us to fix it. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Gonna put the cover back on as well, or the throttle first, I guess. And then we're gonna put the, don't we have to, wasn't there like an intake manifold cover or something? Maybe we have to put this stuff on first. So I'm gonna put the timing belt back on. We're gonna have to put the cover back on. We're almost there, man. I think we did it right. If we missed one little thing and we're gonna have to go back and pull everything apart, I'm gonna be really upset. But I think we're in a good spot here. Put the idle roller back in. Be able to put the water pump back on. Have to put the serpentine belt B, but we're not done yet. There's another belt that's gonna have to go on there. We're gonna put the belt tensioner, and then we're gonna put the belt A on. Beautiful. That's all done there. We're gonna be able to put the, oh, it's the exhaust manifold cover is what I was thinking of up front here. I like these ones where there's a lot of screws, but they're all really small. A lot of bolts, but they're all really small. That thing looks like it could use some work, not gonna lie. Put the manifold cover back on. Obviously gonna have to put some oil in this bad boy. We'll just go ahead and fill her up. We already did this once. Wasted some oil, but we're gonna be okay. Let's see how much does the oil cost? I'm not even sure. See what we've got there, 14 bucks, so not a big deal. Are we good to go? Oh, we forgot the spark plugs. We're gonna be fine. We can still add these in. Whew. I don't think she'd start, Trev. I think you'd have a little bit of an issue pulling away without the spark plugs and caps on her, but that should be an easy fix. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I think, am I good to go? I'm good to go. We did it. We did it first try. Car's incomplete. There's a starter missing. Shoot. We forgot the starter. Where's the starter at? Starter's like down here, right? Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. Be able to bolt these last two things on. And we're good to go. We've got $10,000 right now. Let's see. Oop, I don't want to move it. I want to finish it. Let's see what happens. Coolant's missing. Check the reservoirs. Okay. Shoot. So we're going to have to add some coolant. My bad. Almost had it first try. Almost didn't need any help, but we're gonna get it done here. Coolant's going in, beautiful. Man, that just looks delectable. Just want to drink that thing. All right, so now we should be good. $2,700 in our pocket, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We've got enough now if we wanted to buy the expansion and, you know, buy the life lesson achievement unlocked. But if we wanted to buy the expansion and buy the ability to be able to fix body panels, we could. I think I would have saved some money though. I don't want to run into any issues. So let's see what we've got here. I know we had there were brake issues for sure. There's also a wheel hub bearing, ABS brake module, and then calipers and stuff like that. So the module is going to be in the engine compartment here, obviously. Go ahead and take this guy out. This should be an easy fix. Go ahead and sell that guy. Let's go over to our computer. We don't have to keep going to the computer. I always do that just because it fits the story better, I guess. But we do have a tablet now, so we could just hit tablet, and we're gonna be able to be a little bit quicker. So let me go ahead and buy that part. We're gonna come back here. Let's go ahead and add that bad boy back on. Beautiful. 6 more screws. Probably makes sense for us to start using our tablet. We're carrying a little iPad around. We can order things without running to the computer. It'll make things make things a bit easier. So we've got that. Now the wheel hub bearing, I'm honestly not exactly sure where that's going to be. Let me, it probably makes more sense. Let me just, I'm going to star all these. ABS we don't need to, but let's see which ones are which. So this one needs a caliper, so this one's going to have to come off. One thing I've been thinking about, so you guys know some cars have different sized wheels in front versus back. I think what we're going to start doing, instead of trying to pay attention and read the tires and everything like that, because it just kind of slows us down, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to do the front wheels on a car first, order the parts, fix them up, put the wheels back on, and then switch over and do the rear wheels, and that way we never run into any issues. Let me see. There's the wheel hub bearing right there, so we are going to have to take both the fronts off. But yeah, I feel like that makes a little bit more sense. Streamlines things a bit for us. Okay, we're way out of line on our star here, but should help out for sure. So this wheel hub bearing, we're gonna have to take off everything, including the disc, to be able to get to that. This guy off. Looks like all four wheels are gonna have something wrong with them here, so that's kind of unfortunate. Wheel hub. How do we get to the wheel hub bearing? We got to take the axle off. That's how we get to it. Add the bearing, add the brake pads, sell each of these. Let's come into our computer again. We don't have to come to the computer, but it just I kind of like the feeling of it. Let me get this bearing, 12 bucks, some pads as well. And this is going to be pretty simple from here on out. We're just going to be changing some tires and brake pads, which we've done plenty of so far in this series. So I'm going to run through. I'll do like a little time lapse, and I'll see you guys once we're done. And just like that, we are all good to go. She is ready to get out on the track and do her thing. I do believe we are all done, but we're not done yet. I'm gonna move this thing. Not to lift one. I didn't mean to do that. I want to move it outside. I like the look of them outside. I feel like it looks a little bit better when it's out here. You can really kind of see the color of it. I mean, that's beautiful right there. I really like that minty green look. Kind of the same color as the Camaro. Now, what we're going to do here, I feel like I said, we should do this for every car. I'm going to run through and do these. And then I'm also thinking, let's take this thing to the test track. Obviously, the race track was a little bit much earlier in the episode, but the test track, I just want to make sure the customer's car is good to go. The test track, baby. Here we go. So like I said, this is kind of meant more for actually figuring out what's wrong with the car. Obviously, this thing is in ship shape. Woo! Just kind of testing the brakes a bit there. The brake section is actually going to be coming up next. This is our acceleration section, 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. Beautiful. Should pass that nice and easy. Going to come through here. Let's make sure the suspension's looking good, our shocks and everything. Then we're going to finally have a nice little braking section here. That, like I said, it's for some of the ones where they come in, they're like, I don't know what's wrong with it. That will help us diagnose those issues, figure out what they are, and kind of go down the checklist. So looks like everything's in good shape, especially the stuff that we put on it recently. So all good to go, man. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. I'm sad to see you go, but I love to watch you leave. Let's go ahead and get rid of her, get paid. We're up to $13,000. That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, I'm going to see you guys in our next episode. I'm probably going to grind a little bit, try to get some money. We might try rebuilding a car in the next episode. I don't know if we have enough money for that yet. I definitely want to go to the junkyard and at least see what it's about. But I think the next step is to make money, which we might do an episode on. And then after that, we're going to expand the garage, be able to start working on body panels and repairing parts and stuff. So things are looking up. Hope you guys are excited. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Peace out.